Have you ever found yourself stuck in a pattern, a bad habit, watching yourself as you were going off the rails, scrolling, smoking, snacking, whatever it might be? It's almost like you're powerless, just watching yourself do the thing, but you can't seem to get back in control. Well, this is exactly what happened to me today. I was editing client testimonials. Video editing is a task I'm not particularly crazy about. But I was there and I felt resistance. Now, I'll get later into what the resistance might be indicating, but the most important thing was that I was spiraling. Every moment that I sat down, I got up and I would go for another snack. I'd come back, I'd sit down, and then I'd get up and I'd look for another distraction. One handful of cashews turned into two, two turned into a whole bag. Before I knew it, I was in a negative thought pattern and I was spiraling downwards. Shame and guilt, regret, all of these emotions were coming up. Negative thought patterns, me judging myself. I had already been feeling a lot of difficult emotions because I've actually gained quite a bit of weight after having lost a bunch earlier this year. So I was already feeling the shame, and this was an expression of me getting stuck in this pattern. Now, look, here's the thing. The spiral isn't inevitable. You can actually break the pattern. And I've actually developed a simple 5-minute meditation track that I'm going to offer you at the end of this video so that you can break the habit, break the pattern, and create something new. Look, the addiction, the bad habits, these aren't the real issues. They're just symptoms of deeper stress, trauma, and resistance. In my case, the resistance really showed up as an old childhood pattern, seeking comfort in food when I was faced with discomfort. Specifically, this time around, the discomfort was sitting down and doing a task that I find to be mundane, irritating, tedious, something that probably I should be outsourcing. I just haven't created the solution for it yet. Now, what happened was natural for a lot of us because we as humans have tried to escape discomfort. We have tried to escape that feeling of stress, the feeling that I'm not good enough. Whatever it is, we humans have become obsessed with changing our state. Now, certainly reaching out for a snack, going for a cigarette, gosh, even texting a lover or finding an excuse to get up and watch something on your computer or scrolling through social media. These are all ways that we can go about it. And we know that they're not serving us, they're not supporting us. So what we can do instead is tap into a healthy habit, create a new pattern. Now, I had to treat myself like a client. I would definitely tell my client in this situation, hey, you have the tools, you have the resources, use them. Why are you suffering through this, watching yourself as you go through this old pattern when you have something that can break it? I had to sit myself down and do the same thing. I had to treat myself as if I were my own client. So I opened up my computer. I searched for the 5-minute stress reset track that I had created maybe about a month ago. And I started to listen to it. I guided myself. It's really this gift from my past self. I was guiding myself to a place of stillness, to a place of full presence. And instead of running away and escaping, I was turning into my inner resources, my breath, my focused attention, my awareness. You see, I knew that what I was doing was not going to contribute to the goals and desires that I have, to the health and the vitality that I want to recreate in my body. So here's how I did it. Number one is I had the tool handy and accessible, right? The link in the description below is going to give you the opportunity to download this for free. It's a simple tool. It's 5 minutes, and you can shortcut it on your phone. You can put it on your desktop. You can mark it as a favorite in your iTunes or whatever audio track that audio player that you're using. And then just listen. It's 5 minutes. 5 minutes is not going to ruin your day. In fact, those 5 minutes well spent are going to put you on a track, creating new neural pathways that are going to be even better for you. Now, in those 5 minutes, simple guided visualization process, simple breathing techniques, and even a future visualization process that is going to help you to imagine what it's going to be like as you choose to respond instead of reacting, as you choose to create a better outcome instead of allowing those old patterns to drag you along. So what if you could stop that negative train even before it leaves the station? Imagine having that tool in your pocket to break and interrupt that cycle of bad habits. Go and download now. It's simple. It takes just 5 minutes. Using the power of breath, the power of awareness, the power of full presence, you can interrupt the pattern. Something that I was having difficulty doing. Because remember, it's not about being perfect. It's about preparing yourself and equipping yourself with the tools so that when the challenges come up, you have every resources that you need in order to be able to respond in the way that you want to. You downloading this track now is going to set your future self up for success. And in that moment, you're going to thank your past self for having gotten this tool, loading it up on your phone or your computer, and making sure that it's available for you whenever you need it. Now, if you're interested in getting more support, more guidance in situations like these, if you have had difficulties with addictions, addictive tendencies, whether it's cell phones, whether it's food, snacking, social media, or even some of the other more dangerous things out there, go ahead and subscribe, like, and even share this with somebody who you know that could benefit from these tools and techniques. I have had to overcome so much in my journey to sobriety, and I want to help you by learning from the mistakes that I had to make. Because look, there's no failure, there's only feedback, but allow my lessons to help you to prevent you from making those same mistakes. My name is Christopher Armstrong, and if you need deeper support, please reach out, drop a comment below, and I'd love to know what it is that you need or what challenges that you're dealing with now that you could use some support with.